Welcome back to Everyday Iowa. Well, it's time for another Everyday Pets here on Everyday Iowa, and our friend Jacqueline Nyans from Saint Rescue is here with this furry little sweetheart who is looking for his forever home.
Yes.
Yes.
This is Ricky, and he actually walked into somebody's house. And so, I mean, he's super, super friendly.
Yeah.
Right.
So she, of course, brought him to us. She had been adopted a previous cat, and it kind of was a one family cat. Like, you know, not everybody can have two cats. You know, it's not fair to the cat that's already in the house to introduce something, and they're not very happy with that. So anyway, Ricky is just really, really chill. I would say somewhere between 6, 7, 8 months, right around in there. He is going to be a big boy. I mean, he's got super long legs, so you can always tell when they've got really long legs, long tail, they're probably going to be a fairly good-sized cat.
Some big paws.
He's a boy, so you know, boy tabbies tend to be a little bit big. I have one at home, and he started out at 15 pounds. I was 20, but that's because he likes to eat.
Well,
you know, we all like to eat.
We all like to eat, don't we?
I will tell you, cats are just like people. When they get bored, they go up to the food bowl and just eat a few. Not because they're hungry, just because I think they're bored.
Just like humans,
like humans. It's like, okay, well, maybe I need something to eat. Especially mine came from outdoors. I mean, he found us. But, you know, when they've had to hunt for their food or whatever, sometimes food insecurity can be a bit of an issue.
Yes.
But he's all ready for adoption. He's already been neutered. He's chipped, got his shots. He's ready for a forever home.
So sweet.
He's great with other cats. You know, he's just really got a chill personality, because I've even watched him play with other cats, and you know, he's not too crazy or anything.
Yeah, because I have a crazy one at home, and you're way chill compared to him.
Of course, you know, you never know what they're going to be like in your house, but he is pretty chill.
Come here. And the most beautiful eyes.
Yes, he has just gorgeous gold eyes.
Yes, you are.
I did want to bring up today about outdoor cats or wildlife. You know, we still do, IHA gave away, I think, around 130 of those homes, but we still do have a lot of them. And actually, when I went to pick him up this morning, I had a guy drop off like 4 or 5 more that can be made into homes, and actually a couple really huge ones, so kind of a feral population that would work out great for those. Another thing that I think is important to have is a water dish. This is probably one of our favorite water dishes. You plug it in, you know, keep it with water. It's just not for the cats. I mean, possums, raccoons, everything needs a little bit of water. And then you can keep a food of dry food that you want to make sure stays dry, because you don't want it to get wet, because then they don't want to eat it. You know? I mean, who wants to eat soggy stuff? And I wouldn't put a lot in per day if you're going to feed them. You know, I'd only do so much, so it kind of gets eaten for the day. Probably somewhere close to the shelter, you know, the water, or somewhere kind of in a covered area.
I'll hold you.
Like, for instance, I have my shelter up underneath my deck, kind of in a nook, so that the air isn't hitting it, so that they can go in there. I also like put an old thick rug between the cement and the styrofoam container. Make sure the only hay is in there, and if you put anything out, straw, for the cats to lay on, do not do blankets, because they sweat and then they freeze to the blanket, and so you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure the straw you can pick up at, like, you know, Earl May or any plant store. A lot of different places have, and you can get small bales. You don't have to get like this huge, what people think of as a big bale. You know, so what am I going to do with all this straw? So you can get the smaller ones, you know, and if you have a shelter from last year, I always recommend cleaning it out and putting some new fresh straw in it, and making sure it's nice and padded and stuff, because if it's been laid on and it's kind of, he likes to chew a little bit, but he doesn't really bite you hard. He's just kind of playing, because he's like, oh, this kind of seems like another kitten. I want to play. That's why it's important to usually have two kittens, because they like to do that play thing, and if you don't have the other plaything for them, they want to play with you. So they'll kind of get a little chewy.
He'd want to wrestle with me, and I'm like, I am not a cat. You're not going to wrestle with me.
And unfortunately, then that's how they start to bite you and stuff, because they're thinking that you're just another, and they can play with you, and you know you're going to bite them back, and you know what I mean.
Where can you get these bowls?
You should be able to, well, online, obviously. I'm sure that probably some of your, like, Tyson's or some of those kind of stores, the pet store, PetSmart, Petco, both of those should be easily to find them. But it is nice to, again, because water, when it freezes, gets to be hard, you know, for them to find. And then also we do have the trick or treat next week.
Another one.
So bring the kids out, and then you can see the kittens too, because we've been crazy busy, and we're so happy, and we've gotten lots of apps, and so we are a little bit low right now. I mean, as we've been in the past years, I think the spade and neutering, you know, the pets have really,
Yeah.
really made a difference, because in
that's
10
great.
years, we've probably been over 100,000.
Did not change.
That's not us.
That's not us.
Yeah.
But
Saint Rescue is what we'll do.
yeah,
We'll get that up
yeah.
there, but yeah.
But so that's made a little bit,
Yeah.
starting to make a little bit of dent in the population, you know.
Yeah.
Great to hear.
To-
that
to
it's
get it
under
really
control.
hear. It's working.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So if people want to come visit on other
open
days,
house Sunday or Saturdays from 11 to 2.
okay,
We're
and
open.
then
Okay.
website, Facebook.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
Facebook.
And we'll make sure
website.
to get that all that
You're
information
funny.
on our Facebook page. And I got to say, Ricky is so.
I do really all
So
of the
sweet.
animals.
Yeah,
You're
you
like, I
always
just,
want the
know.
cat.
just say.
Well, I would like to
right.
take them all home myself,
I
and
know.
we've had a
Yeah.
few foster failures because I used to foster them all the time. But
Yes.
you know, it's hard. You just want all
Yeah,
of them
I
to have
know.
great homes.
You do.
Yep.
That's what
well,
you
I
really
did
You
take
deserve
one
it.
Yeah,
home,
and
I know
you
from
took
Saint.
one home.
I
That's
know.
right. That's
Little
right.
Reggie. And,
And again, if you want to volunteer, we're always looking for volunteers. You know, we have 2 shifts a day of people that come in, and,
Yes.
and we have one of your own right here
Yeah,
in the
Betty.
office.
We
that,
do.
Yep,
We
she
love our
comes and
Betty.
helps.
Yep.
And so I'm telling you, a few hours, you get a little kitty time. It's a little therapy. And it helps us greatly
does.
because, again, we're only funded by volunteers and people donating money.
So you
Yeah.
donate,
That's-
and also do you have a wish list and things for people to
You can look on the
donate?
website. I'm not sure. A lot of times money works better because we do
Yeah.
big food banks.
Right.
We usually buy big pallets of food, get
Right.
litter, you know, all
Yeah,
that
oh,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. So we try to buy in
you.
bulk, which saves us a little bit more
sure.
buying power.
Yes.
You know, for the cats. But anybody who even has a cat that maybe passed away and you have food, we definitely take food that you're not using, or your cat is picky and
Yeah.
doesn't like it. I bring all my food that my cats won't
Yes.
eat.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Even
that's
if
helpful too.
prescription food, kind of like.
Yep, yes,
okay,
because
the
we have a lot of
urinary,
cats. Yes, we have a lot of
okay.
cats that have that kind of issue.
Right.
So we have a lot of special food, and
Okay.
we appreciate it when people donate
Yes.
it.
I got
Okay.
a little lap cat here now.
Yeah, look at him. He's
know.
like all
He's
just
all
snuggled
furrowed.
in now. He's like, okay.
He's
I like
choosing
that.
his
He's
cat.
kind of hiding
Yeah.
his little
I would say
face,
that.
and he
I would
matches.
have-
His eyes match your sweater really
Yes,
well.
that's
Yeah, there you
true.
Yeah.
I would have 10 cats if I could.
Same
Oh, yeah,
here.
so would I.
Yes.
I'd be the really crazy cat lady.
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
But,
All right. Thank you so much. We really appreciate
Yes,
it.
go
Thank
visit
you.
them
Yeah.
this Saturday for
Yes,
the
the
trick or
Saturday is
treat.
for the trick. Yep,
Yeah.
trick or treat. So
Okay.
stop by.
Thank you. All right. Well,